Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Vicarious Venture Gaming. On this episode, I'll be reviewing a 6x4 game mat from Frontline Gaming. As always, I will mention that this is not an officially sponsored video, this time from Frontline Gaming. Now, truth be told, I've actually had this 6 by 4 foot game mat for a little while now. This was the first game mat that I had purchased, and I eventually ended up going to Frontline Gaming because of the sheer number of game mats that they have. I could list them all off, but that would be the entirety of this video, so I'm not going to do that. I encourage you to go take a look at their website, and you can sort through all of those options to see just what would work best for the battlefield that you're envisioning. And I think that is one of the biggest strengths that Frontline Gaming has, is that you can bring your board to life with a game mat using just about any idea that you probably have. So whatever terrain that you're wanting to build or paint to get to work for your universe, for whatever your game system is, go check out frontlinegaming.org and take a look at those game mats, because chances are good you're gonna find something that'll work for you. As I mentioned in my very first video, I really credit Star Wars Legion with kickstarting my love of this hobby and tabletop wargaming in general. The more of Star Wars Legion that I played, the more I wanted to help drive a narrative for why those forces were fighting, and I started to look around at more terrain as well as game mats to enhance that experience. When I was watching the Clone Wars animated series, my favorite planet from that entire series was Dathomir. I thought that the backstory with the Night Sisters and the Night Brothers, as well as the eerie nature of that planet itself, was fascinating, and I wanted to try to incorporate something like that into my tabletop gaming. And that became kind of the genesis for what I wanted to build the board around. Now, I'm still working on a lot of the terrain itself, and I have some painting left to do on that, but I didn't want it to be set directly on Dathomir. I wanted to essentially create a planet of my own, but I still wanted to have those kind of eerie elements to it. The idea being that perhaps those forces were fighting over a long-forgotten Sith relic of some kind, or maybe even a Jedi holocron that they wanted to prevent falling into enemy hands. I wanted a game mat that would help convey the presence of corruption, as if the very presence of the Sith that might have once dwelled there began to corrupt the planet. In addition to that, I thought it would be cool to implement some mining material for other forces that had been there trying to discover these ancient Sith artifacts, and as they dug deeper into the ground, they ended up releasing toxic fumes and gases emerging from the core of that planet. So I started looking through Frontline Gaming's website to see if they had a game mat that could really help tell that story, and sure enough, they did. The irradiated plains was exactly what I was looking for, and I'll go ahead and show you a closer look at what that game mat looks like. Here we have the 6 by 4 foot irradiated plains game mat. Frontline Gaming's game mats are made out of neoprene, which is pretty standard. Just as I mentioned in my Monster Fight Club video as well when I reviewed one of their game mats, this also came folded up in the mail. That being said, I was able to get all of those folds out very, very easily, which I was pleasantly surprised with. Now, the crease that you might see over on the right-hand side, that is actually not from shipping. That's just, unfortunately, from how I store my game mats. I do need to roll them up so that I can conserve on storage space. So there's almost always a crease at one of the ends just because of how they are being stored. I've been mentioning Star Wars Legion a lot. And if any fellow Legion players are listening, you will know, of course, that Legion is played on a 6 by 3 foot tabletop. I wanted to get the 6 by 4 foot game mat just in case I do end up playing any other tabletop war games that require a larger playable surface. It is nice to have that extra space as well, just that when we roll out this entire game mat, we have a little bit of extra spots for the cards that are required for Legion. And if you wanted to use this for a variety of other game systems, you certainly could. If it's not a 6 by 4 foot gaming requirement, then you could, of course, tape off the section that you need to make sure that you have the right sized gaming surface for the gaming system that you're playing. I'm really pleased with this purchase from Frontline Gaming. I think the print quality of the image itself on the game mat is fantastic, and it was exactly what I was looking for to continue to bring my tabletop games to life. Chances are very high that I will return to their website in the future to pick up some additional mats to continue to provide additional environments upon which my forces can go to battle. You can find this game mat for $75 US on their website, and as of course you might expect, different mat sizes will have different price points as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.